The last thing we're going to discuss that you need to know for Unit 3 final exam is prepositional phrases. A preposition is a word that shows a relationship between two nouns. To this point, we've been talking about prepositions here and there, but now we're going to discuss them more thoroughly. The choice of a preposition reveals the relationship between the complement, or the object of the preposition. Remember, a complement answers who or what. The preposition with its complement, or the complement in this case is word that completes a preposition, is called a prepositional phrase. A preposition must have this complement, otherwise it's not a preposition. The complement of a preposition is always in the objective case. This is the first time we've talked about objective case. To this point, we've said that we've talked about nominative case, but now we're going to start talking more about the objective case, and you'll see the importance of knowing those two terms later on. The last thing you need to know is a preposition must have an object, otherwise it's classified as an adverb. You definitely need to know that, because especially when we get into adjectives and adverbs. You will need to know all of these prepositions. Now, there are some tricks that people like to employ to help them remember these. One thing is, where can a mouse go on a bridge? That will work for some of them, but not all of them. For example, about, I don't know that a mouse can go about a bridge. Possibly. Against, not so much. Before, yes. Despite, definitely no. Okay, so he can go in the bridge, over the bridge, he can go to the bridge, he can go up. He can go above, he can go along, he can go behind, he can go down, he can go into the bridge, he can go out the bridge, he can walk toward the bridge, but with doesn't really work. He can go across the bridge, go among the bridge, doesn't really make a lot of sense. He can go beneath, except doesn't work, like doesn't work. He can go past, under, without doesn't work. I suppose he could go after a bridge if he was upset with it. He can go around the bridge. He can go beside the bridge, between the bridge, assuming there's two bridges, I guess. He can go from the bridge, which doesn't really work. He can go on. Till and until don't work. But when it means except, by, and concerning. So the ones that I circled really don't work for the whole bridge thing. It's up to you to be able to recognize these and know these commonly used prepositions. Now, some prepositions, like as to, out of, instead of, according to, and in place of, are regarded as single prepositions. They express a single relationship, and often one word may be substituted for them. You also need to know these. So if on the test, let's say in place of is part of the sentence, and I tell you to identify the preposition, you absolutely must write all three of those words. If you do not write in place of, if you just do in, it will be counted wrong. In regard to is counted as one preposition. So please remember that if I ask you to write down the preposition, you need to write down all of that, not just the word in or something else. So let's take a look at number 10. In this one, the students in her class must speak French. So students is the subject. In her class is a prepositional phrase. In is the preposition, class is the complement or the object of the preposition. During the war, so during is the preposition, war is the complement. My brother was injured by a grenade. By is the preposition, grenade is the complement. So this one had two. So when I say write the preposition in the following sentences, for that one it would be during and by. The purpose of this exercise is to help you gain familiarity with this whole list. So reference it frequently during your homework. That way you don't have to sit down and memorize it. Just in the process of working with it and dealing with it, you can retain it. So for 32, excuse me, the girl in the blue dress is my sister. In the blue dress is your prepositional phrase. In is the preposition. Dress is the complement. So notice that there has to be a complement with the preposition. If there isn't a complement with the preposition, then its function is that of an adverb.